Yo, what is good, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. And as always, I got my lovely co-host with the most by my side, Miss Reese Piece, the one and only.
What's up, y'all?
And we thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another dope episode of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life.
Literally.
Now, last week, if you missed the show, you can always tune in to SoundCloud, iTunes, MySpace.
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, not MySpace. BlackPeopleMeet.com. I mean YouTube.
Christians
YouTube.
single.
Christians mingle, all that, you know what I'm saying? Farmers and whatever.
No, but seriously, YouTube, search Calvin and Reese. We got like one new subscriber this week. So shout out to that new subscriber.
Hello.
But I need you all to drop a like and subscribe to YouTube. Search Calvin and Reese.
Yeah.
And on iTunes and SoundCloud, you search This, That, and the Third.
With the third spell, I like the Roman numeral 3. So we're going to begin the show in the best fashion we know how by shouting out our sponsors, Twin Media Group, LLC, and Freelance Academy, NFP. What up, us? All right? And we're going to begin the show in the best fashion we know how by getting all into our weekend review and previewing our weekends. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Ladies first?
Sure.
All right, so what stands out to you about this past week, if anything?
Well, I talked to Vanessa.
Hey, VA.
And yeah, she's really just, I needed to talk to her just to figure out what are the next steps, what I need to do.
She's a source. She is a source.
She is, and it was so enlightening, and so that just made my week great.
Okay.
Outside of this toothache that's killing me.
Yeah, man, I think both of us went to the dentist today, and
Not good.
shit's all bad, man.
Yeah, not good.
So if we're a little dribble-mouthed or slurred speeched, blame it on the rain.
Understand why.
Yeah, man.
But this
anything you looking for?
weekend coming up, so the boys' birthday's next week, and so I'm going to do like their celebration party this weekend, and so they've been begging me to have a sleepover.
Oh my goodness.
Sleepover meaning one person.
Oh, okay, that's.
But
manageable.
I have two, so then it's three.
One person apiece. Oh, you talking about one person, but because of them two, it's three.
Three,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you meant one each.
No.
No?
No.
Too much?
No.
4 much?
But so because their cousins can't come out until Sunday, I'm like, okay, well, he can stay Friday, Saturday, Sunday after this activity, he's going home.
He can live with us this weekend.
But yeah, they'll have fun, and
Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes.
And boys are really self-managing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have to be on some, hey, what y'all doing? Hey, everybody okay? As long as you don't hear no, you're good.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You might hear a lot of
Yeah, you're gonna hear
or
some of
some
that.
bumping
But
or
you
some.
got to be able to discern between cornflakes and bones.
Oh, they
You know what
already
I'm
know. As
saying?
long as you don't break
That's what
anything,
I'm saying.
die,
That's what
then
I'm saying.
do whatever you want to do.
If you die, I'll kill you. That's the way the saying goes. Shout out Ike Turner. Okay, well, for me, I think this week was a blur. Most of them are. But I did get a chance to go up to Waukegan this
I saw some pictures.
Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, so me and the boy Malik, shout out my boy Malik Milan, the director of community outreach for Freelance Academy, got a chance to rock out in front of about 600 students from Lake County, specifically Jack Benny Middle School. And shout out to my boy Rico McCoy, man. Grew up with his brother in Zion, and now he's the dean of students at that school. They were dealing with some bullying-related issues. We came in there and got them together. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, too, because we did the whole performance, and we up there talking about be a buddy, not a bully, be a buddy, not a bully. And then we got to the Q&A after the performance. And some, little smart aleck kid raised his hand and was like, yeah, I got a question. I was like, what's your question, young man? He was like, well, that man said something like sideways. And I was like, what? He was like, nothing. I was like, well, I'll roast your ass. And he was like, man, what? I thought you just said be a buddy, not a bully. And I was like, I was just playing, but it was just funny, man. It was just a funny moment. But yeah, shout out to everybody that is being proactive with the young people, especially Jack Benny Middle School. This weekend, King Kids, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So looking forward to that.
Okay, cool. What
We're gonna have some
activities you got?
The biggest thing, because they kind of call the shots, so they'll let me know what they want to do, whether that's Mook sitting on the sticks all day, every day, till 4 in the morning with the headset, yelling loud as fuck, or Callie just wanting to draw and paint and make slime and things of that nature. I'm not sure what the weather, you know what I'm saying, what they're going to want to do, but I know that Sunday we're going to be at the Black Women's Expo.
Okay,
Apparently
right.
you can bring kids, and it's $10, $15, and they have a whole area for the young people, and I'll actually be working the booth at that event and just
What
checking
booth?
out chicks. Urban League.
Checking out chicks. We didn't forget. We heard that.
You ain't got to repeat shit, though. You ain't got to repeat everything you hear. Mama taught you that.
Anyway, so what booth are you working?
I already said it. I ain't going to say it again. Keisha can't even be mean. Toothache ass nigga. But yeah, I'll be up there for the Urban League. So if anybody is pulling up or sees this in time, definitely pull up and get some information for you and the young people in your life.
Tell us a little bit about the Urban League. Like, what do they do?
Man, it's just community empowerment through economics, through housing, through education, and anything that can uplift the black community, they pretty much specialize in that. So I work specifically with the workforce development department and in Opportunity Works, which is working with 18 to 24-year-olds and this summer 14 to 24-year-olds. So I pretty much support the babies and put them to work in gainful employment.
Send your babies to his booth.
Come on, man, holla at your boy. All right. But enough about our weekend review and our preview. You ready to get into some new news for all these new news tuned in?
I am.
All right. Well, let's begin with one of your favorite topics.
Politics. I know. I
What's
feel
going
like
on in the
this
political
is
front, man?
my second life.
Yeah, you really be in tune.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's really, y'all, it's so much going on that I really don't list. I like shave stuff off.
There's a lot to choose from this week.
So first, I want to talk about this volunteer policing.
Okay, what's that?
Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't. That sounds like some old school shit, though.
Right.
Catch them Negras. Catch a Negra, kill a Negra.
So this happened, I don't know what state. So this pharmacist, he's a pharmacist, and so to be a volunteer police officer, you have to take a class, maybe 30 hours, right?
Maybe.
But as a volunteer police officer, you do get a gun.
Legally.
So this particular situation, the cops pulled over a guy, it was a black guy in a car, and they smell weed. They asked him to get out. They asked him if he had drugs. He said no, and weapons. He said no. But he said, I got scared. Because they asked him to get out the car.
I'm anxious.
He's like, for what?
Yeah, what have I done?
So he didn't get out the car. He pulled off.
Oh,
he bagged out. He bagged out of the driveway.
No.
And guess who started to shoot?
George Zimmerman, Jr.
The volunteer, not the officers.
Ah, yeah, the untrained, the 30
volunteer.
hours in volunteer.
The volunteer shot
Milk
him
if you buck.
3 times.
Damn, did he
3
hit
times.
him?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
where?
he hit him. He's still living. He's still walking and stuff like that. But I think it was like the arm, the leg, or something like that. But
Black guy, white volunteer?
yes.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
So that's not it. It apparently has happened before in Oklahoma. It was a CEO, not sure what company, but he was volunteering, policing, riding along. And the video that they had of this incident, you see the black man running in the opposite direction. No gun, no nothing in his hand.
That way.
Shorts and a t-shirt, and this guy killed him. He served a year in jail for it, but a year.
365 days.
So I think this is something that a lot of people don't know about. I had never heard about it.
Right.
It's almost like volunteering to kill black people. I want to say shoot niggas. That's really what was on my mind.
Let's just call it what it is.
But, because, I mean, why else is a CEO, a pharmacist, a librarian, I don't know, trying to volunteer, and then they're giving them a gun?
They're purging at this point. They're literally purging.
Yeah, so.
Interestingly enough, just last night, right here in our own backyard at Hyde Park, did you hear about the shooting with the University of Chicago police?
Yeah.
So apparently, this dude, I don't know if he had on a poker visor or a full-fledged mask. Man, pipe in hand, he looked a little off. He was found in the alley. He was asked several times, commanded even, to stop, drop the pipe, whatever. He runs towards the police, University of Chicago police officers. They, come on, man, stop. Come on, man, stop. Come on, man, stop. And pow, hit him in the shoulder, dropped him, arrested him. He's probably out the hospital and in the psych ward right now.
Keyword,
University of Chicago student.
Shoulder. He was a white boy.
White boy.
And he was going around, he messed up a lot of cars.
Yeah, he was out here
banging
on the
windows
Michael
out.
Jackson black or white video. Bow.
He was.
Windshield.
I mean, because the neighbors even said they heard a lot of, they heard
a lot of ruckus.
Ruckus and stuff
a lot of
like
ruckus. This nigga failed his finals and went crazy.
But they managed to not kill him.
How, Sway? Because my question is this. Laquan McDonald and then McCarthy, who you said is running for, has the audacity to be running for mayor, said that when Laquan McDonald was walking diagonally in a slow fashion, whether it was towards or away from the police, they were justified in shooting him to death. And when he failed, they were still shooting him.
Yeah.
So how the hell does University of Chicago police able to shoot a student in the shoulder, but when it's somebody else that's not a student, not a white boy, not whatever,
Us.
Man, let me get 18 of them or 16. Shout out Big Mensa.
So, another quick story that I just saw today. It was an officer. I want to say Detroit. Not sure the city, but a black guy was actually shooting. Had the gun pointed at her. Right. She managed to get him to put it down, arrested him, and took him in.
Sounds like a sister. Sounds like a sister.
It's a black woman.
See, wrapped him in her bosom, breastfed him, and disarmed him, man. There's ways around killing. But that's the thing. Like, if your agenda is to kill, you will do anything to get towards that goal. Whether I was a pharmacist that have absolutely nothing to do with law enforcement, but I volunteered to kill niggas, or if I'm already in law enforcement. So y'all figure that out. You figure out life. And what's going on with your boy Stephon Clark, man?
So it actually turns out that he was shot 8 times in the back. Right. Police thought he had a gun. It was a cell phone. It was in his grandparents' backyard. Now, his brother, at the funeral, they had Al Sharpton speak. It was really
Skinny
powerful.
Al or Fat Al? Is he? Where is he?
He's still skinny.
He's still Skinny Al.
What up, Al?
Selfie?
They had him speak, but his brother, I don't know, and I'm not going to say he's grieving. That's how he's grieving, because he went off on Don Lemon about talking about that. But his brothers, I don't know. So I saw a Don Lemon interview. Cut a little different. He's cut a little different. He's a little weird. I don't want to say weird, but
he reminds me of Little Uzi Vert and YG.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, okay. All my friends are dead. Just know that.
Oh, okay. That song. But he kind of snapped on Don, like, you know, Don, say his name. Say his name. Don's like, I'm conducting an interview.
I'm professional.
You can say your piece.
It's on the lower third.
I get you're upset, you're grieving, but we're not going to do that here.
There's a name tag on his casket.
Yeah, so that went a little left. But in that interview, he did say that he had met with the mayor, spoke with the mayor, and they are trying, this is why it was weird. He's like, we're trying to form a 24-hour community center so that the kids have a place to go, but it was just so left field. Like, your brother just died and you guys already got a community center. That don't make sense.
And that's the problem, man. Not the problem, but one of the problems is that we get the wrong representation when tragedy strikes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can go over example after example, but just sticking to this one, I mean, didn't he interrupt like I don't know, say a PTA meeting, but like a city council meeting?
He did.
But not just interrupts it on some, hey man, we need to have our voices heard and we need to be organized while we do it. It was like he came in there chanting, say his name, say his name, say his name.
Very emotional.
Everybody was teed up, and then he like jumped onto the desk, the high desk.
We're in front of the mayor.
Just sitting there like, talking to the mayor, da-da-da. And it was just kind of like, bruh, there's a better way.
Of doing this.
There's a better way. Because your message will get lost in the mess.
The message did get lost for me because I didn't get it. I'm like, I get it, you're upset, but I just don't know what you're doing.
Now, I heard buddy ass got shot. Again, let's do apples and hopefully apples. Stephon Clark shot 8 times in the back for what they thought was a weapon, and it ended up being a cell phone in the backyard of his grandmother's property. Yeah. As opposed to this unnamed student, I don't know his name, but University of Chicago right here in Hyde Park, gets shot 1 time in the shoulder after charging forward at police officers with a weapon, a known weapon, a pole, and had actually done vandalism prior to that. So how does that really equate, or does it?
It does.
It pretty much doesn't. But we knew that. Yeah. We knew that. So it's just one of those things, like, don't go to grandma's house. No, we got to blame Stephon Clark. You don't go to your grandma's house.
Well, okay.
Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have had a cell phone.
2 more things, and we can move on. But, so, one thing, did you see the King documentary? Because you know it was, So I have been wondering what was all this workup.
Wait. One thing I want to say is, did you see the piece with the lady saying how she doesn't support Stephon Clark because he was like dating Asian women?
I posted that on the page.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see. Well, who is she?
So So this particular video, I posted it on the Facebook, this and the third page. It's a female. I don't think she's famous or anything. She's just an everyday person. And she was saying she doesn't support Stephon Clark because he did not support black women, and he trashed black women on his Twitter.
So what does that mean, trash? Like he made it a point to, or he just
made
didn't
it
have
a
good
point to
relationship?
say, I'm gonna have my babies by Asian women, or I like them exotic girls. He made it a point on his Twitter account, apparently, to demean and downgrade black women. So her thing is, and I didn't see her Twitter, I don't know. Her thing is, she's tired of black women and just black people in general running to the aid of somebody who was never at the aid for them.
Here's my thing. Fuck that got to do with him being unjustly killed by the police, bro.
That's
Fuck
the point
does that have to do with anything,
Well,
bro?
the point is, why am I supporting this movement when you didn't support your own women?
understood and point taken. However, there's a time where you get involved with the movement. There's a time where you provide resistance to whatever the movement might be. Yeah. And there's a time where you shut the fuck up and don't say anything. I think this is one of those times. You don't agree with this dude, so don't support the movement.
You gotta watch the video.
I saw it, and I was thoroughly confused about, one, who is you?
Who are you?
Who is you? Who is you? And then two, like, how can you say you're grieving for somebody's grandmother, but then in the same breath or the next breath you say these negative things because what sounds like to me, you've been shat. That sounds very personal. Because if it wasn't her experience and black men have been adoring her and uplifting her as a black queen that she is or should be, she wouldn't take that much offense. It sounds like she's been shat and she's using this to elevate that shatatism.
Probably, because I think most women are like, okay, he liked this particular type. Okay,
they all have preferences.
Yeah.
But what was you saying about the King?
So about King,
because I have been seeing a lot of, and I didn't understand this. I asked this at the gym. I said, why are they posting my uncle with his brains blown out? Why are they posting all the headline news of this is the anniversary of the
50th
death?
Anniversary.
Come on, man. Celebrate life. Celebrate life, man. Why are we doing this?
I think it's stupid, and I think the elders are carrying that along. Like, I like the fact that in this documentary on HBO, it really goes over the latter part of his movement with the poor people.
That's when he was in the city, right?
Yeah,
he was over there in
the unions, and where he eventually died at in Memphis was the workers' strike of the city workers, the trash guys or whatever.
Sanitation.
And, sanitation. That's the word I was looking for.
Trash guys.
But so this documentary shows a lot of what you don't get in school.
Where's the documentary available?
On HBO.
Oh, okay.
Because in school, all they talk about is everything up into the "I have a dream."
Man,
they miss
they made him
lot.
A soundbite.
So in a lot of the issues you see him discuss, and it's real refreshing because you don't see a lot of this stuff. We're still facing the same problems with poverty, and it's a clip that he talks about how the anchor was asking him, well, there have been other immigrants that have came to America, and they don't seem to have it as hard, or they don't find it as hard to adjust.
Right.
King said, well, nobody else has been a slave on American soil but us.
Excuse me.
And he said he had heard a guy say, the Negro man needs to pull himself up by his bootstraps.
I don't have.
He said, how can a man do that if he has no boots?
Boots.
And it was like,
I'm bootless.
What he said in that little clip is like, y'all get it. Y'all just want to play dumb like y'all don't get it. And it's still relevant today.
And that's the thing, man. Like, I was speaking to some young people, and the panel that I was sitting on, this brother said, we are the change that we're seeking. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be somebody that's not from our community that comes in and gives this turnkey solution or this revolution or whatever it is. It's going to be us saying enough is enough. Let's rise up. I actually was having a conversation, I think in a barbershop the other day, and they were talking about how other races are waiting on the black race to rise up. Like, man, what are you guys waiting for? You guys definitely have absolutely nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, and y'all still sitting here waiting for what? Jesus?
Yeah.
Is it black Jesus is gonna come get us?
Okay. None of them Christian folks.
Yeah. So, man, it's just very interesting, man. Anything else going on in politics that stands out to you? And you said that's on HBO though, the King documentary. Yeah, so we definitely want y'all to tune in and give us feedback on y'all perspective on that. Shout out to my slain uncle.
Last two things: teachers strike in Oklahoma. That's huge.
What are they striking for, man?
That's huge. Well, apparently the governor signed a bill that would give them a raise, and they haven't had one in over a decade.
And they striking because of that?
No. Did you know that they only have a 4-day week?
Like Monday through Thursday?
Yes.
No,
because it's not enough funding.
Oh, I thought it was like we love y'all so much we're gonna give y'all every Friday off.
It's not enough funding. So watching this, and I watched Vice News, and this is where I got the story from. Arizona might be next to walk out because
same situation.
Same situation. And basically what it seems like is there's just not enough money being put towards education across the board.
Period.
And so with Oklahoma striking, other cities are thinking about striking too.
So what does a strike look like? Like, we're not coming back to work until you pay us what we feel we're worth? Because you'll never get paid what you feel you're worth as a teacher.
No, you won't.
So what's the
I think they're looking for more, for them to meet more of their needs on their list. Outside of just pay. I think it's more than just pay. It's resources, it's time and whatnot.
Okay. Well, to be continued. We'll see how that pans out. Because that's the thing. If you work a 12-hour day at the end of the day, which most teachers do, and your salary is even market rate or a little bit higher if you're tenured, you're going to be pulling in $250,000 as a teacher if they pay you what you're worth.
Yeah.
So that'll never happen.
No.
So what do?
I don't know.
You live off the fulfillment that you get from working with
I don't know. That's why I didn't become a teacher. So I don't
Man,
really
that's
have
why
the
I left
answer to
teaching.
that.
Excuse me. Wallless
Yeah, I don't
classrooms
know.
are us.
Last but not least, Trump has nominated his personal physician,
Come on.
which is Dr. Ronnie Jackson, to be
Come.
the Secretary of Veteran Affairs.
That nigga was getting his balls checked to say, hey, man, you looking for a job or
Literally.
what are you doing this on weekends?
So
Come on, Trump.
here's the thing.
Personal physician.
His personal physician.
To be in charge of what?
Secretary of Veteran Affairs. Now, this, if you don't really know what the Veteran Affairs, and I didn't know, like all of what they do
with military.
Right, but it's not only that. They are considered to be one of the largest organizations, and if they were a Fortune 500 company, they will rank 6th.
In
That's
Fortune
how
500 companies.
Yeah, that's how big the organization is. They have over 375,000 employees. They deal with hundreds of hospitals.
Yes.
Like, it's just a lot of stuff. And because the guy, David Slunkin, he resigned. Trump says he got fired. Who knows?
What do we know?
But I guess there was a lot of scandal going on. So this doctor is coming in a pile of shit, and he has to figure out how to fix it. And he has no experience in it.
Somebody that was in this position resigned. Trump said he
Fired,
him.
yeah.
And now they put his personal physician into this
Yeah,
shit bag.
yeah.
Good luck, nigga.
Yeah, we'll see how that works
I
out.
don't
know.
understand Trump, man. I understand and I'm all for putting your people on, but your people have to apples be qualified and then be your people. Not
Yeah.
just you my people when you not qualified.
Here you go, yeah.
So that's a little bit different. Trump, did you see the clip of Trump walking into the preschool or daycare and there was some little baby sitting at their table just arts and crafting it up. He walks in, red tie, orange skin and hair, and the little baby girl with the little cook-a-bug braids with the barrettes on it starts screaming her fucking ass off, like terrified at this dude.
Because of how he looked.
Just because I think probably they be talking shit about him at the
At
crib,
home.
and she was like, the devil is here. She didn't say that, but her reaction, her nonverbal communication was like, Satan, Satan, Satan. So then all the other babies started screaming in the daycare. You know how like Bush and they would go read a book to some kids? Didn't go so well for your boy. I'm talking about screaming at the top of their lungs, terrified. Y'all have to look at that clip, G. It sums up where we are as Americans right now, G. A 4-year-old baby girl is scared as hell of her president. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep.
All right, well, I think that about wraps us up for our segment of politics on This, That, and the Third. We thank y'all for tuning in and turning up with us, as always, on the lifestyle show that gives you life. Literally. It's been your boy, Calvin Leroy King III, and my lovely co-hostess with the mostest, Miss Reese Peasy, the one and only, and we are the undisputed king and queen of Chicago podcast. Check us out.